Welcome back to Eddie Abu Reacts. Today I'll be reacting to what The Rock eats in a day. Let's go.
In here, and my friends at Men's Health have asked me to talk about what I eat, so let's dig in. Here's what my current approach to eating looks like. If I like it, well, I'm gonna eat it. I am a real creature of habit when it comes to my diet. I usually eat the same thing every day for days and weeks and months.
You know, I like what he says. The Rock says, I'm a creature of habit. I eat the same things every day. So do I. And whenever you say that to people, oh, don't you get bored? No. When food is making you feel good, you eat it. Most animals eat the same things every day. We're the ones who think we've got so much choice because we trust these companies to make us so much and we think, oh, no, hang on, you got to have variety. They're the ones who talk about have variety.
Very consistent, it's very boring. It's also extremely disciplined, that's something that I picked up from my old man.
I like what The Rock says. It's very consistent and it's very boring. Nutrition is not supposed to be, interesting. We're not supposed to be feasting all the time. That's important.
Who was a hardcore gym fanatic. He was one of the first professional wrestlers who had a bodybuilder's body. So he taught me very early on not to eat to please the tongue, but eat to nourish the body. He taught me that when I was 5. It's probably why I need therapy.
That's one thing we got so far away from as a nation, because now we eat for pleasure mostly. When I was nursing in the early 80s, they said 1 in 6 of us get cancer. Now it's 1 in 2. We've gone away from what food is actually meant to be for us. Nourishment. It's supposed to sustain us.
I do have specific approaches to counting macros. I have found over the years that the best strategies are often the ones that you never feel like you're hungry. There's a handful of chefs who I work with.
You never feel you're hungry. In fact, since I changed my diet completely, I'm never hungry. And I want to hear what he says about not feeling hungry. You see, when you're hungry, it just means your insulin level is higher than your blood sugar level. It means something in your diet is releasing too much insulin. It's probably to do with carbs or sugar.
I eat 6 meals a day, so
I used to do the same thing. But you see, there's a problem with that. Eating 6 meals a day is actually not healthy. We may think that it is because The Rock looks good, but looking good doesn't necessarily mean you're healthy. When you eat 6 meals a day, every time you eat, whether it's just carbohydrates, fats, or protein, your body releases insulin. We are not meant to be eating 6 meals a day. It can still reduce its meal frequency to 3 or 4 and still look like that.
Lunch or dinner, although I have breakfast, that's always my meal 1, but everything else will fluctuate. My breakfast consists of eggs, it consists of a meat, and that is either a bison or a steak. It also consists of oatmeal, it could be brown rice cereal.
Here we go. I ate oatmeal as well when I was bodybuilding. In fact, I don't blame him because the way he wants to look, you have to add some carbs. So I did eat oatmeal. In fact, I've got some clients right now who are trying to build muscle. And I've got a muscle building ebook. And I suggest if you want to use some of the carbohydrates, so you can actually build muscle using both fatty acids and protein and fatty protein. Or you can use lean protein and carbohydrates. That's probably what he's doing now. He's using lean protein and carbohydrates. You can build muscle that way, but I'm telling you, it's healthier to build muscle using fatty protein and and fats. And then what you do is you have a little bit of carbohydrate before and after training. This runs nutrient time, the carbohydrate around your training. You feel amazing. Are you subscribed? Because 60% of you guys are not subscribed. Wake the up and help us get to 500,000. How much effort can that be? It's just one click. Anyway, back to the video.
A little bit of fruit. Usually it's either papaya, which I love papaya, or some blueberries. And that will be breakfast. My second meal of the day, which usually I eat around 10, 11 o'clock, That's what I consider my lunch. Usually consists of complex carb, like a rice as well.
I've been in this fitness industry for 40 something years and 46 years. And I can tell you that the best decision I ever made, even if you want to be a bodybuilder, is not to have breakfast that early. When you get up in the morning, I think it's best because your liver and your hormones release energy for you. The last thing you want to do is shove something in there. Right now would advise people to wake up in the morning and just wait for about 2 or 3 hours. If you can do fasted training, it's even better.
As chicken breast, I'll have some greens. I'm eating that after my workout. And my dinner could consist of either a fish or a chicken or a buffalo or a steak. And again, some sort of complex carbohydrate and a green. My favorite carb is white rice or sweet potatoes.
That's exactly what I was like. My favorite carbs were white rice and sweet potato. But then as I got older, I realized that they were the worst foods for me, especially white rice. I wear a glucose monitor sometimes, and every time I eat white rice, it actually spikes my insulin worse than sugar does. And that's the fact. I'm talking about sweet potato, it's not so bad. But actually, white rice, to me, is one of the worst things to eat. Whatever you're trying to achieve. The problem is that because everybody eats it and everybody's okay, remember, it doesn't mean because you look good that you are not, you're feeling good as well. Because when you eat like this, you may be using the carbohydrates and everything like that, but you're also causing constant release of insulin into your bloodstream, which in the long term is not good for you.
I have a complicated relationship with bread, but it's a wonderful relationship. I will try anything on bread. I believe bread goes with everything.
Bread is something that I think every single human being should eliminate from their diet, personally. Not even sourdough bread, it's the same thing. You know, bread, the wheat that we use to make bread now has been hybridized for years, that just for yield and for whatever. So it's just the bread that we've got now, it's not good. It's gluten. Gluten is something that it's a protein that our bodies cannot break down. So personally, I think we should just, if you want to be healthy, just kick the bread out.
Ooh, the best food smell in the world is something on an open flamed grill.
The best food smell in the world is a ribeye steak that is burning. I love that smell. Like, you know, fresh steak. Even when I fry it, it just smells amazing.
So this is a great question. Hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, being fit for longevity is my priority.
If being fit for longevity is his priority, if it's your priority, personally, I think you should just eliminate, especially when you get to around the 15 mark, start cutting your carbohydrates down, replace them with fats. You will feel better. And only have the carbohydrates surrounding your training. I mean, he doesn't have to take my advice, just try it. I believe that you make a massive big difference and feel good. If you're looking for longevity, all the white rice and the grains and the bread, they're not really that good for you. And there's 6 meals a day. That's a crazy advice. I wish I'd learned a lot sooner not to eat 6 meals.
Way back when I was a little boy, my dad used to take me to the gym at 5 years old, and he used to tell me, you just sit and you watch, and that's what I did. And then when I started working out on the weights, my dad was the one who started to expose me to the importance of training and doing my best to follow a very strict, regimented, disciplined diet. So that all came from my old man, and I apply that today.
To the average person, that's a healthy diet because he looks good and he's eating single ingredient foods. But personally, I think that you should reduce his carbohydrates a lot, because I've been there. I was doing the same thing when I was around his age. You know, I felt I looked good. I'm winning competitions in my 40s. I got to Olympia when I was 47. I was not really that healthy. I was eating a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of, you know, oats, white rice, and all of that. And as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what you're trying to achieve. Eating that much carbohydrate, especially when you get to a certain age, it's not really good for you. Now we know better, but the good thing about it is that he's eating lots of meat, lots of eggs, so he's eating proper stuff to counteract all the other carbohydrates. But I think you should just ditch the carbohydrates a bit, replace them with healthy fats. Please put in the comments whose diet you want me to look at next.